Hey there, Heather, ho there, Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another PC Replay Baseball trivia match. This is actually the third trivia match in 6 days. So this is like crazy. I don't know what the record is for most in 1 week. I think it's four, but anyway, we're doing this day. It's the 85 Blue Jays and the 95 Braves. The reason why is this guy, Bobby Cox. He played baseball for the New York Yankees. I forgot he was in the major leagues. I thought he was in the minor league. He's a member of the Hall of Fame for his managing. 6 times won 100 wins in a season. He could have done it with the Blue Jays, but we were 99-62. He actually managed from the Braves from 78 to 81, and then the Blue Jays from 82 to 85, and rejoined the Braves as a general manager, and then went back to the manager's role in 1990. His number 6 is retired by the Braves. Holds the record for most ejections in Major League Baseball of 158 plus 3 postseason marks. He leads baseball in playoff appearances as a manager for 16. Of course, back in those days, it was not uncommon to have 2 or 4 teams from the same league make the playoffs, whereas it was just AL versus NL for like John McGraw. He actually went to the NLCS every year from 91 to 99, except for the strike share in 94 season. I did not even realize that. So anyway, he signed with the Dodgers, could not make the major league team. He was acquired by the Braves, and then the Braves traded him to the Yankees for a couple of other people. He played third base for the Yankees. He actually batted 225 of 9 home runs in the major leagues, and then went to the Yankee farm system to be a manager for Fort Lauderdale, then West Haven, then Syracuse, leading him to the IL championship, like the top minor league title. He was the first base coach on the Yankees managing squad. And then Dave Bristol was replaced by the Braves manager in 1978. Of course, we talked about Bristol in part because in 1977, Ted Turner, who died on Wednesday, wanted to manage the team. The Braves were even worse than the first year Seattle Mariners. The Braves would actually finish last in 78 and 79, but in 1980, he actually moved Dale Murphy to center field. Murphy was actually a catcher at one time and first baseman. But it worked. Murphy became the MVP of the NL twice and won 5 Gold Gloves. Turner was fired after the 81 season and all that. Strange as it sounded, they won the NL West and took second in 83-84 under Joe Torre, who was the Braves manager and all that. The Blue Jays needed a manager with Bobby Maddock gone, so he joined in 82. He spent 4 years as manager. Cito Gaston was brought in as the hitting coach of the Jays because of Cox's influence, and Cito Gaston would soon become the Jays manager in 89. Cox of the Blue Jays in 83 won the first winning record in franchise history. In 1985, the Jays, as will be in the tribute game, finished first place in the American League East, the franchise's first division title. That season, the ALCS actually went from a best of 5 to a best of 7, and it sunk the Jays because the Jays were up 3 games to 1 and could have went to the World Series under normal format. But the Jays choked that 3-win series lead to the Royals. Dick Hauser countered Cox's platooning, having a right-handed pitcher. Started then going with left-handed relievers in the middle innings, proving key. So the Blue Jays were undone by that. Of course, we all know about the Blue Jays. They would have went to the 85 World Series against the Cardinals. But what's even more amazing, as I keep saying this, is that Ozzie Smith's home run in Game 5 of the 85 NLCS would not have been, well, it was masterful, but it would have been a pennant-winning home run and all that. Anyway, after the 85 season, the Braves asked for permission to give Bobby Cox a GM spot. They almost signed Cox for the next season. So anyway, he went back to Atlanta, mostly because his family was living in Marietta, Georgia. Chuck Tanner became the Braves manager. He got a 5-year deal from Ted Turner, same as Bobby Cox. Cox was replaced by Jimmy Williams, who basically screwed himself up in 1989. He became manager and all that. Cox decided in June 1990 to name himself fielder manager and get rid of Russ Nixon, no relation to Otis. He actually accumulated Tom Glavine, Steve Avery, John Smoltz, Ron Gant, and David Justice as the GM, and actually drafted Chipper Jones with the first pick in the 1990 draft. Smoltz, that was the biggest one I think of, because traded he traded Joy Alexander from Atlanta to Detroit. Yes, Alexander helped Detroit win the AL East in '87, coupled with the Blue Jays choke. But John Smoltz actually did better. John Schuerholz was named general manager as Cox gave it up to him, and it worked. The Braves shocked everyone by going from last in the division to first place, going to the 91 World Series against another worst to first. And the Twins won in 7 games. But, it was the second World Series in which the home team won every game. The first was '87. In '92, the Braves almost choked a 3-1 series lead to the Pirates in the NLCS, but thankfully, Game 7, Francisco Cabrera, the last batter you would expect, hitting a ninth inning, 2-out pinch hit, 2-run single, Sid slid, if you will, and sending Bonds to San Francisco. The Braves would lose to the Blue Jays. Cox would actually get ejected in game, was it 3 or 4? For throwing stuff. And the Braves shocked everyone by beating the Giants in the second half of the season to win the NL West, but lost to Philly in 6 games. The Braves won Cox's only World Series championship as a manager over Cleveland. It finally led the fact that the Braves finally won a title. The Braves won the division title in '96 and were down 3 games to 1 to the Cardinals in the NLCS, but Cox this time was on the right end of a 3-1 deficit, if you will. They shocked the Cardinals by outscoring them 33-1 in the final 3 games. Cox did his job, becoming the only manager in history to lose a series up 3-1 and to win a series down 3-1. The Braves would actually win the first 2 games at Yankee Stadium against the Yankees, outscoring them 16-1. And in Game 4, they were up 6-0, and it looked like they were going up 3 games to 1, but the Yankees came back with one of the biggest comebacks in history. Yankees won in the 11th, 8-6. The Yankees would win Game 6. And Cox was ejected in Game 6. He was actually the last person to be ejected at a World Series game until Dave Martinez of Washington managing in 2019 Game 6. Then the Braves shockingly lost to the Marlins in '97 LCS, mostly because of Eric Gregg's strike zone. The Padres in '98 were also a big shock. Hell's bells with Trevor Hoffman. Braves went to the World Series in '99 but fell to the Yankees in 4 straight, making the Yankees the winningest franchise of the Big Four sports leagues. Cox in 2001 got his team to the division and fell to the Diamondbacks in 5 games in the NLCS. Anyway, in 2002, they won 101 games and looked good against the Giants, but fell the last 2 games, and the Giants went on to the World Series and lost Game 7. Braves shocked everyone by pushing the Cubs to a 5th game. On home turf, they fell to the Cubs, who finally won the playoff series for the first time in 95 years. And then in 2004, they fell to, who did they fall to in 2004? I think they fell to the Cardinals. I thought the Braves beat the Astros. No, sorry. Yeah, the Braves lost the LDS. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the Braves lost in the LDS to the Astros, making the Astros finally win the playoff series. And then 2005, they fell to Astros thanks to that 18th inning home run by Chris Burke in Game 4 of the LDS. Cox said 2010 would be his final year as manager. Cox beat Philadelphia, got to the wild card, but the Braves lost in Game 4 of the LDS to San Francisco. Finished with 1,883 wins in the regular season, 1,386 losses, 64 and 65 in the postseason. Well, at that part, of course, Atlanta and Toronto. His overall mark 2,500 wins and 2,000 losses. He was first married to Mary Xavier, having 5 children, and then married to Pamela, had 3 daughters. Cox had a stroke in 2019, had congestional heart failure and all that, and he had poor health, but he died May 9th, 226 at age 84. 4 times manager of the year, including 85 with the Blue Jays, and only one of 4 managers to do it in the American League and National League. So yeah, Bobby Cox did his job, and then setting the record for ejections for a while. And all that. A lot of people actually said that Cox got ejected to prevent his players from being ejected. So he tried to save people from ejection and all that. Yeah, game 3 was 92 for throwing a batting helmet on the field at the Skydome. Well, Cox actually was trying to slam the helmet against the lip of the dugout, but threw it on the field. And then he got tossed in the final game and all that. Yeah, Cox was unanimously made to the Hall of Fame in 2014. All right, enough of the pleasantries. Let's do the Bobby Cox tribute game. 85 Blue Jays, 95 Braves. It would be Steve versus Glavine. It is not going to be Steve versus Glavine because Glavine actually pitched the Ted Turner tribute game, and it would be the second time in a week. And I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to tell you that they're going to go with Greg Maddux. 85 Blue Jays, AI. So this lineup, I like 95 Braves. Got the DH, Louis Polonia, my arse. No way, it's going to be Mike Devereaux again. I like Mike Devereaux. So Mike Devereaux is going to get the chance to be another, to try again DHing.
Replay radio is live from Atlanta.
They want redemption. They lost to the 77 Braves in the Ted Williams game. Coca-Cola is sponsoring this game. And General Motors. Greg Maddux, 19-2 with a 1.63 ERA. He wore glasses, and then he had to get laser eye surgery. Damaso Garcia, second baseman from the Dominican Republic, 146 games, 65 RBIs. Bit of a temper. Pitch in the way. Hit to Lemke, who will. Oh, it's close play. Yes, it's a hit. I'm going to be a little bit biased, of course.
No outs, men on first.
Infield single, now Lloyd Mosby, Shaker from Portland, Arkansas. So, woo! 152 games, 18 home runs, 70 RBIs, and a great arm in center field. Not the best outfield arm of his team, but great arm. Garcia might steal. He will steal. So,
no outs, man on second.
Damaso on second. Here's Mosby. Number the third, he's out. And Chipper throws to first. Damaso got to third base.
One out, man
Sack
on
fly
third.
Opportunity for the DH Cliff Johnson, who the Jays picked up from Texas, from San Antonio. Heathcliff, as they call him. 106, 13 home runs, games, 13 home runs, 66 RBIs. He wore 00 because they would say, uh-oh, here comes Heathcliff. Pitch in the way. Hit to second, and, ooh, possible error. Lemke might not there. I don't think he does. They decide to go with safe out.
2 outs.
So it's an RBI ground out for Cliff. Here's George Bell, the Liberty Bell from San Pedro, Dominican Republic, like Tony Fernandez. 157 games, 28 home runs, 95 RBIs. He was good for the Blue Jays in 85. Won the AL MVP in 87. But his final week was terrible, and Detroit's Alan Trammell got robbed of it. And this is coming from a Blue Jay fan. In 1988, he actually caused a lot of trouble. He refused to DH. And he strikes out. Maddux gets it up. Let the Jays manufacture them.
1 run, 1 hit, and none left on.
Third ground ball, and then another ground ball.
Bottom of the first.
Bottom of the first, Dave Steve, my man, 14-13. His ERA led the AL, but 14-13, he didn't get runs support from Santa Ana, California. He actually was scouted as an outfielder from Southern Illinois University, but they turned him into a pitcher. Marcus Grissom, 95 Blue Jay, 95 Brave, from Atlanta, 139 games, 12 home runs, 42 RBIs. Picked up from the Expos after the Expos had to dump off salary because they lost the financial rewards of being in the postseason in 94 because of the strike. Grissom was traded for Tony Tarasco. True story. Ground ball to Molinix. Throws reverse. You got it. Now, a lot of people would think, no, wasn't it the Roberto Kelly trade?
1 out, bases empty.
Actually, no. The Expos got Roberto Kelly in the trade for John Wetland. Anyway, here's Jeff Blausen, the shortstop from Los Gatos, California. One drive towards the gap. Mosby is a good defender. I should know that. That's a double. He needed a red 4 or higher.
1 out, man on second.
So it's a double, and now here's Chipper, the number 1 draft pick in 1990 from DeLand, Florida. 140 games, 23 home runs, 86 ABS. He started coming on his own this season. Deep fly to the left, and no move.
2 outs,
Wowzer
man
will
on second.
hang on the second. And now Prime Dr. McGriff, a former Blue Jay, if you will, from Tampa, Florida. And no, he did not play for the 85 Blue Jays. He actually was picked up by the Blue Jays in a 1983 trade for Dave Collins. And it actually bit Blue Jays in the arms. 144 games, 93 RBIs. Tonight. The first, and ooh. Phew. All right. Sweet. No Blue Jays fan.
No runs.
And of course, I
one
didn't
hit,
say about
and
Fred
one
McGriff
left
is
on.
that, yeah, he was a Blue Jay till 1990 when the Blue Jays traded him and Tony Fernandez to the Padres for Roberto Alomar and Joe Carter. One of the greatest win-win trades in history because McGriff proved well in San Diego and then got shipped
Top of the
to
second.
Atlanta, who helped them win the 93 NL West. Tony Fernandez was pretty good, but the Jays got him back. I mean, Fernandez went off to the Mets, but the Mets traded him with the Blue Jays because Dick Schofield had to go down with an injury. Here's Jesse Barfield. Yeah, he had better field arm than Mosby. From Shirley, Illinois, 155 games, 27 8 home runs, 84 RBIs, and a born-again Christian. Pitching away. Sashim, strike 3.
1 out, bases empty.
Now, I know you'll be saying, well, am I being too religious? No. I mean, there's a time and a place for religion and all that. But basically, I just mentioned it. I'm not saying you felt and you have to do Christianity. It's just that, you know, I was speaking it. Willie Upshaw, first base from Blanco, Texas, 148 games, 1,565 RBIs. And my main thing about religion is if you believe in God or whatever God, in a God, and all that, you know, that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. Pitch to Upshaw. Long single to right field. He has a chance for a double. It has to be a 1-4 on red. It's a 1. So that's a double for Upshaw.
1 out, man on second.
And now here comes Tony Fernandez from San Pedro, 161 games. He was such a good prospect that the Blue Jays traded their incumbent shortstop after 84, Alfredo Griffin, to Oakland for a couple of relief pitchers that actually didn't work out too well for the Blue Jays. But yeah, Tony Fernandez, that was a great move. Although Alfredo Griffin was Rookie of the Year as a Blue Jay. Pitch in the way. Hit to third, and ooh. Oh yeah, that's an error. That is definitely an error. First and third.
1 out, men on first and third.
Now, to end on a Tony Fernandez story, is that Tony Fernandez, you know, yeah, he went to the Mets. I don't know who the Mets traded back to the Padres, but then the Blue Jays lost Dick Schofield to injury and needed a shortstop, so they decided to put in, to get Tony Fernandez. All it cost them was Darren Jackson. So that worked out quite well for the Blue Jays. And Alfredo Griffin came back for the Blue Jays in 92-93 for the World Series titles. So that's big. Ernie Witt from Detroit, Michigan. 139 games, 64 RBIs. He almost had 20 home runs. Ernie Witt was the last original Blue Jay. Well, he was there, the expansion team in 1977. The last original Blue Jay to leave the team, and that was 1989. Pitch away. Base hit. So it's 2 for the Blue Jays. Fernandez will hold. That's second.
1 out. Men on
Second
first
for the
and
number
second.
9 hitter, Rance Molnix, part of the big platooning style like clocks with Garth Orge. Molnix from Tulare, California. I don't know why they don't have a picture of him with his glasses on. That's pathetic. Punch of the way. That's a base hit. Fernandez will probably hold. Oh, he's going for it. I don't know why he'd go for it. I wouldn't. See? I would have just kept Fernandez. Bases loaded for Damaso.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Well, Garcia's got first and third, but there's 2 outs. Hit to short, and ooh, possible error. It is an error. Well, the run would have scored. The run would have scored as is. It's 3-0. Wow.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Second error of the day. And now Mosby. And he strikes out. Yeah, they could have got that
2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on. Bottom of the second.
And that RBI was by error, so that doesn't count. Here's David Justice, Cincinnati. 120 games, 24 home runs. He hit a major home run in Game 6 of the World Series against Cleveland, and he basically pissed off Braves fans. But the Braves fans cheered for him after that home run, and Bob Costas said on the broadcast, David Justice, all is forgiven from the city of Atlanta. Yes, all is forgiven. Hit to second, and infield single? No, he's out. Almost got him.
1 out, bases empty.
I'm actually shocked. Here's Klesko. Ryan Klesko from Westminster, California, 23 home runs. Better Padre. The doubles to center. Yeah, that infield single would have probably got the run across. Justice probably would have scored.
1 out, man on second.
3-0, and now here's Javi Lopez from Puerto Rico. 100 games, 14 RBIs. Lopez hit the third, and he's out. Klesko will have to hold. Molnex
2 outs,
stares at
man on
Klesko
second.
and tilts it first. Here's Mark Lemke, second baseman from Utica. And he flies to center. Mosby makes the catch, so Steve gets out of it again.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
3-0.
Top of the third.
Top of the third, and now here's Clicks. And Grissom spears the ball. Uno alto.
1 out, bases empty.
Look out. Nice snag by Mr. Blauser.
2 outs, bases empty.
Yeah, good thing that Glavin wasn't there. That would have been a big hit. Here's Barfield. Machine strike 3.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Dun dun dun. They're gonna make the
Bottom
ninth.
of the third.
That's the first 1-2-3 inning against the Blue Jays. Here's Mike Devereaux, made to be DH from Casper, Wyoming. Great Baltimore Oriole icon. 92. Should have went right to press. Hit or miss? Is it a miss? 42. That's a miss. Nice to Mosby. Uno alto.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Grissom. Oh, column 6 of that home run. Nope.
2 outs, bases empty.
Home run, no way. Bell makes the catch, and now here comes Blauser. And Molnex makes the catch, so 3 up, 3 down again.
And just like that, the inning's over. Top of the fourth.
Top of the fourth, ballpark image there, like the 90s ballpark image of that scoreboard in right field. Here's Willie Upshaw to lead off. Hit or miss. Somehow, in some freaking way, that's a hit. And EHB, which means I have to yank Maddox.
No outs, man on
Antonio
first.
Fernandez is a good hitter. So Maddox is out. That will be Mike Stanton, who became a Yankee. 27 years old. 26 games. I don't think he pitched in the
It's a hit and run.
Turner game. Hit and run. Rumble the second. They have to get somebody. They'll get the out at first. Upshaw will move to second. Now the dice had to be
One
higher
out,
to get
man on
Upshaw
second.
instead of Fernandez. Here's Witt. Popped up, then makes the catch down.
2 outs, man on second.
Here's Molnex. And he doubles, so that makes it 4 now.
2 outs, man on second.
And here comes Damaso. Hit the short and infield single.
Hey!
It is an infield single by Damaso. He did it for the second time.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Can Mosby make it happen? Well, Damaso might steal. Nope, he isn't.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Push it away. Mosby? Ball 4. Now the bases are jammed. I might have to yank him.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Cliff Johnson. Would you? Might as well try. You got him. Stanton gets Johnson to ground out with the bases
1 run,
jammed.
3
JC
hits,
score.
3 left on. Bottom of the fourth.
Stanton might come up soon. Here's Chipper. Right to Barfield. Unoto.
1 out, bases empty.
McGriff. And Upshall says out number 2.
2 outs, bases empty.
Justin. Thank you, guys. Justice for all.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Klesko. He's got it.
2 outs, man on first.
Here's Lopez. And he strikes out. But Justice
1
goes
run,
DPT
1
with
hit, and 1 left on.
4-1.
Top of the 5th.
Top of the 5th. Stanton will throw to Bell. And he gets a base hit. That's going to be the end of Stanton's day.
No outs, man on first.
Barfield gone. It's the 5th inning. I'm not going to go with Michael. I'm going with Alejandro Pena. And a line ball to Klesko.
1 out, man on first.
I think it was part of a no-hitter. I mean, right? Upshot. Nice hit. Bell to third. Nice speed. First and third. Now Fernandez has a
1 out,
RBI.
man on first and third.
As he does. Now the first. Bell forced at second. Runner scores and an RBI ground at fielder's choice by Tony.
2 outs, man on first.
4-1, and here comes Ernie. Hernandez might steal. He does. Tony. Well, yeah.
2 outs, man on second.
Tiger. Where's Witt? And he grounds out 6-3.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 5th.
There's 1. Hit the second and ooh.
No outs, man on first.
Fair. Live over the right field.
1 out, man on first.
Here's Grissom. Hit the first and ooh, an error.
1 out, men on first and second.
Bowser. Gone, strike 3.
2 outs, men on first and second.
There's Chipper. And he strikes out, so Steve counts himself at the 2 errors mean nothing.
No runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on. Top of the 6th.
5-1. All next. Take it deep. He needs a high number. 25. Only one number. It is. Say goodbye. There she goes. Grant's
no out. Space is empty.
Grant's dressing. And it's gonna make him go with Steve Bedrosian, the former Cy Young winner. Yeah, I know I put him in the Ted Turner game. Ground ball, Bedrosian flips it to Terry.
1 out. Base is empty.
Pitch on the way to Mosby. Ground ball the second, or the first. I think Fred McGriff played for the April Blue Jays.
2 outs. Base is empty.
I think he did. Anyway, here's Cliff. Smacks to the center. So Bedrosian does well. Gets the 3 pickouts.
1 run,
although
1 hit, and none left
Molnix
on.
goes deep.
Bottom of the 6th.
On the 6th, 6-1. Pitch on the way to McGriff. Ground ball to Davaso throws the first. Got him.
1 out. Base is empty.
Here's David Justice. Ooh, a rare play. It is a 5. Is it 2-2? 4-1. Long fly ball to center. Mosby gets a late break. It's going to be a minus. It's going to minus 10. So it's 23. The 62. It would have been an error anyway. Yeah, it would have been an error. It was a third base. It is a 3-base error. Ooh.
1 out, man on
Third
third.
error of the day for the Jays. And now Klesko just has to lift one. Hit the short and he's out at first. Justice will score, so it's right back down to Klesko. 6-2.
2 outs, bases empty.
Lopez. Yes.
1 run, no hits, 1 error, and none left on. Top of the 7th.
Onto the 7. Oh, they're going to give us the same pitcher. Okay. Here's Bell. Hits at the second and he's out.
1 out, bases empty.
Garfield. Snaps the double.
One out, man on second.
Hands up shot. Ball 4.
One out, men on first and second.
Pedrosia. Hernandez. The center. Barfield will hang on.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Stuff? No. Ernie.
No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on. Bottom of the 7th.
They get a base runner run? We're okay. Here's Lemke. Deep fly, but Bell makes the catch.
1 out, bases empty.
Devereaux. 100%.
1 out, man on first.
And I could have done a 4th PC replay, a tribute game to Bob Skinner in the 1960 Pirates, but I didn't think he was that big of a Pirates player. Grissom. I think he can. Hold it.
1 out, men on first and second.
Plowser. Strike 3. Loose check.
2 outs, men on first and
Might
second.
not last. Tripping. Hit the short and gone.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Top of the 8th.
6-2. We're gonna go with Jason Schmidt. Yeah, the future pirate and giant. Ball 4 to Molnix. Yeah, look at upshot.
No outs, men on first.
Average. Nice. Almost old. Ground ball, Schmidt flips it to first. Molnix will scamper to second. It is 6-2. What do you do?
1 out,
Do you
men
do
on
the
second.
Deluxe? Maybe. Must be. Must be. Center, nice catch.
2 outs, men on second.
They set up the gut. Molnix will score.
Two outs, men on first.
Schmidt's like, what? It fell. Back on.
1 run, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
6 of 8 innings.
Bottom of the 8th.
Here's McGriff. Hey, get that! Ruff, 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 ruff.
No outs, bases empty.
Jimmy Key will come in. Starters are allowed to commit. So Jimmy Key, who actually went 14-6, became the first Toronto left-handed starter since Paul Marabella in 1980, when he did in 1985 to win a game. I'm like, what the fuck? Just this. Oh no, is this a rare play? It's a 3, so yes it is. 2-2. 1-6. Looping drive to right field. Barfield's defense rating. We're going to subtract 1. It is a 6. We'll get as many bases as the die roll exceeds. Well, the maximum was 2, so it would have been
No
just
outs,
a looping
man on
single
second.
if it wasn't for the -1. Here's let's go. Thank you for the outward.
He now has 3 RBIs today.
Ryan's hope.
No outs, bases empty.
He pitched 3 batters. Oh, did I set up 3 batters? It's going to be Doyle Alexander who will come in. As I said, starters are allowed to pitch. So Doyle Alexander, 17-10, the man who actually got to be an Atlanta Brave in 1986, spent a year and a bit, and then traded to Detroit for John Smoltz. Yeah, Doyle Alexander, the guy who won the Blue Jays the division title in 1985. Lopez. Rambo Ledesma. I know, I put the wrong
1 out, bases
letters
empty.
in the wrong spot. 1 out, here comes Lemke. And Mosby makes a catch. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Not so sweet. Alright, Buster Eat. It's Devereaux. Number the 3rd is out.
3 runs, 3 hits, and none left on. Top of the 9th.
7-5. So Schmidt will face Barfield, Upshaw, and Fernandez. Blue Jays probably need their guys. Because after
out,
all,
bases empty.
Toronto needs because Tom Hanks is really good.
2 outs, bases empty.
Strike 3, and now Tony Fernandez. Yeah, I wouldn't. Popped up the 3rd. Upshaw finally is out.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bottom of the 9th.
7-5, you know who's coming up. Doyle Alexander did a good job, but Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo, is coming in for the save. 13 saves in 28 games. The Terminator from Kansas City, Missouri. Texas had him and then had to get rid of him to Toronto when Cliff Johnson actually was a free agent and signed with Texas in compensation was Tom Henke. And it worked out. Henke, in the second half of the season, was the closer, not Bill Caldwell. And now you got Grissom, Blauser, and Chipper. I don't know what you'll do about Chipper. Hit the second, and... Ooh. Nope, not this time.
1 out, bases empty.
Jeff Blauser can't hit a lick. So they're going to go with Rafi Belliard. Come in. I think he'll work. Not so fast. Strike 3 by Hinkie, and now Chipper.
2 outs, bases empty.
Well, they said, well, if Chipper can freaking get a big hit, I think they'll let him hit. He doesn't. Strike 3. Blue Jays
Toronto.
victory time. Oh, yeah.
Until next time, this is
Oh,
Replay
thank goodness
Radio
for those
signing off.
singles almost every inning for the Blue Jays. Steve beats Maddox, Hinkie the save, and Steve is the MVP. I doubt that highly. You give up like 3 runs and you're the MVP. Molnix had 2 RBIs. Cliff Johnson had 2 RBIs. And Molnix had the home run off Pena. That might have been the winning run. That was the winning run. Was Molnix. Give him the MVP. Let's go with 3 RBIs, but the Blue Jays Kachi 7-5. 495 Braves. 2 tribute games, 2 losses. Steve the W. Key pitched, gave up the home run, and then Doyle Alexander came in for the hold. Hanky the save. Maddox, Stanton, Pena, Bedrosian, and Schmidt. And the Blue Jays win another tribute game. Poor Braves. I feel so bad. 2 tribute games this week, 2 losses. But anyway, rest in peace, Bobby Cox. You shall really be missed from a Blue Jays fan's point of view. I'm Jeff Diamond.